This is me here. Today we're gonna take a look at this. Today we're gonna look at another Matchbox working rigs. We've been looking at 3 of the newer ones. Now we have one more left to look at. And if you didn't know, I actually already had the working rigs, but now I'm getting more of them. But today we're gonna look at the last one that I have right now. This one, well, I'm not gonna say it's the last one, but I'm just gonna say because I only got 4 of these, so this is the only working rigs I'm gonna be doing a review at or something. So we had so the very first one we did a review on was the Garbage King XL, the front loader garbage truck. We did a review on the International MV box truck and the Freightliner M2 106 vacuum septic truck. Now we're gonna take a look at the International Workstar 7500 dump truck for a Matchbox. Well, yeah. So, as far as this truck looks pretty cool. I don't have the original of this, but it's nice that the casting of it is original though. But yeah, it's part of the it's like out of 10 out of 6 or something, or 10 out of 16 or something says. I don't know what that means. I think that's like the amount or something, or like what series it is or something. This one has another moving feature, and we all know this because it's a dump truck. And since this has a moving feature, I'm just going to open it up and take a look at it. Okay, so I open it up. Sometimes when I open things up, it's kind of hard, so I sometimes have to not stop the video, but I like kind of edit the video. But yeah, there's the truck. And actually, taking a look at this truck, it actually feels just like this truck over here. And it's pretty cool looking actually. It's quite nice. I like the red paint that it has. I also like the detailing over here. This one actually has a lot of detail, I noticed. The other one did have detailing also, but this one, I don't know if it's me, but it has a lot of detailing. Wow, even the logo, the international logo, is also printed on. Like, that's pretty nice. The grill is like painted at chrome or something. The lights are like printed on. The bumper is also chrome. So the actually there was something I forgot to say. I forgot to tell you that this was actually metal. This was plastic. The hose thing. This one is also plastic. The other hose thing. This is plastic. This is plastic. This is all plastic except for the cab and the it's only the bottom part, and this one is metal. I already did a review on this truck. But yeah, so we're gonna take a look at this one. So this one is all plastic, and like the bottom of it is plastic. The tanks and the bumper and grill are plastic. The container is plastic, or the dumping part is plastic. The exhaust stack is plastic. The only part that is metal is the cab. This red part here, that's metal. That's pretty good. Oh, and I forgot to say that the metal also goes along the chassis. And I like how it's textured also. But yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, so let's take a look at it. So this one says Road King hauling, so this is a different variation. I think it is the same variation as the very oldest one, but maybe the shade of red is slightly different. But it does look cool though. I mean, it's nice that they still reissue the casting. Because some other vehicles, like the garbage truck, has not been reissued, but they changed it into a different truck, the side loader one. This one was a new casting, I think, last month or something. But this one is pretty cool, and I like it. It has a, It has an opening gate, and the lights, if it's hard to see, but the lights are actually painted detailed. And I like that because I think some of the other models didn't have that much detailing. But this one does have some detailing on the back, so that's pretty nice. So you got your gas tanks over here, you got your box thing, you got one exhaust stack, okay, you also got a container. Let's see how this works. Oh wow, it does a pretty good job. Like, the degree of it is pretty nice. I actually like it because the hydraulic, when I pull it back all the way, listen to this. You see how it like clicks in place? That's very, very nice, because some other toy trucks, like this one here, it only holds up when I put it all the way, but when I do it like this, it just wants to fall down. But this one is different. These trucks are like different. This one, when I pull it all the way, it like holds in place. It's like a click or something, and it holds in place, and you're able to like pose it if you wanted to, like that. So that's pretty cool, and especially for a toy that is like, what is it, HO scale? I think this is what scale is this? It doesn't say. Doesn't say. It should say the scale. Maybe the bottom of it does say what scale it is. I think it's a 186 scale or something, so, I mean, it is like HO scale, but it's not so, like, if you did have a Matchbox car, like this Chevy Tahoe, this is not a Matchbox, but it's from Hot Wheels, it's a similar thing. The scale of it is okay, but it'll go even better if the vehicle is slightly smaller, but the truck for this one goes better because I don't know if it's me, but it's like kind of stretched out higher. But it is nice though, because the trucks in real life are supposed to be lifted higher or something like this. So when I compare it to a vehicle like this, which is big in real life, it actually looks good. And that's what the working rigs were meant for, because they had other toy vehicles that weren't so good to scale with each other. Like this garbage truck wouldn't go well with this SUV, unless if it was a very tiny one. But you see how this like this garbage truck is supposed to be higher or something, but it isn't. So for those who are making, well, for those who liked it scale, they decided, Matchbox was like, okay, maybe we should do some models to where it's like proper to scale. And this is actually better than the green light or the first gear trucks I've been seeing, because the first gear and green light, some of them, like the garbage trucks, don't always have that much moving parts, but these types of toys do have. Like this dump truck, you can tip it over like this, and it also has a hydraulic like the other trucks, except for the vacuum truck. But the garbage trucks do have a hydraulic like this, and that's pretty nice in my opinion. And not only it makes it look more realistic, because dump trucks or things that dump always have a hydraulic, it also gives that type of pose to where it makes it look like it's like dumping or something. Because the other trucks, when you pull it upwards, it's just gonna fall down like that. But with this one, it clicks. You see? You hear that noise? Like, it clicks. Now, that's pretty nice, and I like it. Now, we're just gonna see how it works, though. I have some pieces of, like, pebbles or some... They're not pebbles, but they're just pieces of paper that I ripped apart to make it look like garbage or something. We're just gonna take a look at it, though. So, I took some pieces of, like, paper and I, like, rolled it around like that. I used it in the garbage truck. I couldn't use it in the other one because it was, like, too thin. But what I would do, well, what the trucks would do is that they would go to a site with the excavators. Whenever they're picking up something, whether it's dirt or maybe waste or something, they just put it on this bed here. even snow, like they also carry snow as well. And after that part, they take it to the site, and then when he goes back to the site, he lifts the container up like this. And then when he opens up the gate, all the stuff comes out. So that's pretty nice, and I like the feature on that, because some toys do like the way how they work properly, but then there are others that are like kind of stiff and it doesn't work so good. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, as far as this truck, I would give this toy truck a 10 out of 10 because there is a lot of detail in this model. I don't know if it's me, but there's a lot of detail in this model. The second thing, or everything else, actually works really good, and the nice thing about it is that the hydraulic clicks in place and it just holds it together like that. So you don't have to, like, if you're gonna do those screenshots or those posing, it's not gonna fall down like this. It's just gonna hold up like that, and then when you're done, you can just push it down like that. And you can just see how much detail there is as well. That's pretty amazing in my opinion. So you got your gas tanks, you got your this here. You also got this, I forgot to mention, it also has this thing where it wraps the load so that it doesn't get wet or something. That's pretty nice, and the scale of these trucks are very awesome. If you love HO scale models, these trucks, I believe, in like where I live, were probably about $7 or something. Sometimes you might get it cheaper, but sometimes you might get it expensive. I bought these 4 trucks on eBay, and they were pretty good, and they were in mint condition, and I like it, and they're quite nice. And now we're gonna look at the collection of the working rigs that I have right now. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 working rigs. I have 6 of these Matchbox working rigs. Some of them are reissues, like the casting. Others are new, like new castings. And something also cool I noticed about is that I've been noticing for the international trucks, there's a lot of these, we had the international Durastar flatbed truck, we had the dump truck, we had the international street cleaner truck, the one that like cleans up the road, and then we also had the international box truck, which is what we have here. So that's pretty nice if you love international trucks, that we've been getting a lot of them. We also been getting this type of dump truck in many different colors, and this is just like, if you love HO scale models, or you love models that are like perfect scale to other vehicles, and if you want those types of models where they have working parts, I absolutely recommend getting these. These types of toy trucks are cool. I one time saw a first gear garbage truck, and you may think that it looked really nice and the price was just like, it was worth it, like it was expensive. But when I watched the video of that garbage truck from first gear, the Mack Terra Pro, I found out that it had no moving parts at all. And it was like, I'm not gonna get this truck, and I decided to get this one instead, because this one was quite nice and it had moving parts. If you want to have an HO scale model, or a model that is good for scaling with other vehicles like toy cars or something, and if you want them to have moving parts, I recommend getting one of these. This is nice for like if you love garbage trucks, I recommend getting these. If you love tow trucks, you should get this one, or the Durastar flatbed truck. If you love box trucks, this should do, like, you should get this one. If you love trucks that are like waste trucks or something, I recommend getting this. If you love dump trucks and you want to have a lot of detail, this truck is for you. So overall, I would give the entire working rigs a 10 out of 10, because because they all have working parts and they all have detail. Some of them have detail, some of them don't, and some of them are like the same casting and some of them have been changed. But that's okay though. I mean, they still look good. I would give like if I had a chance, I would give these trucks a 10 out of 10 because they all have working parts and they are nicely detailed. Some of them have details, some of them don't, some of them work, and some of them have a few working parts, but they still do work, and they are very, very good to scale. And I think these are way better than the first gear toy trucks or the green light trucks. I looked at the green light trucks and I found out that the green light garbage truck did not have any moving parts except for the arms. The arms just move, but the container did not tip or like open up at all. If you had seen them, you wouldn't like it. Like if you saw the garbage truck, well, that's if you were into detail. Like if you wanted to have detailed models, that's up to you. But if you want to have models that have moving parts and you still want it to be detailed, these types of toy vehicles are for you. I recommend these. These are just cool. And even though you may think it's a little bit expensive, I think the price of these is what you're paying for. Like what you get in the package and how much it's costing is what you're paying for. So like what you're getting in the toy or the casting or whatever it is, the moving parts is what you're paying for. So yeah, so this is my collection of the working rigs now. I have 6 of these now. I only had 2 of these trucks and now I have 6 of these. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these trucks. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give a like below and please subscribe. And if there are more working rigs coming out and if they release the Kenworth T800 roll-off truck, I gotta find that one day. But for now, this is what I got. And I got them from eBay. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and let me know which of these trucks are your favorite. And tell me what other trucks are your favorite as well. Goodbye.